Before we start this video, I'd like to give some context on the history behind the Crusades. The Crusades started in 1095 and ended around the 1200s. The Crusades were a series of military campaigns, 7 to be precise, with a few minor ones in between. The first one was sparked by Pope Urban II's call to reclaim Jerusalem. Knights from Europe, fueled by religious fervor, set on the journey to cross continents. Their path was marked by bloodshed and triumphs, and from the siege of Antioch to the capture of Jerusalem in 1099. These victories came at a cost, revealing the brutal realities of medieval warfare. The Second Crusade was launched in 1147 and aimed to reinforce the gains of the First Crusade. However, internal conflicts, strategic blunders, and formidable Muslim forces led by Saladin thwarted their ambitions. The Second Crusade, or the Siege of Damascus in 1148, highlighted the complexities of Crusader politics and the resilience of Muslim defenders. The Second Crusade ended in a stalemate, signaling a turning point in the Crusades. The Third Crusade, which spanned from 1189 to 1192, witnessed the clash of titans. The titans were Richard the Lionheart of England, Philip II of France, and Saladin, the formidable Sultan of Egypt and Syria. Despite Richard's military prowess and victories at Acre and Jaffa, the dream of retaking Jerusalem remained elusive. The Treaty of Ramla in 1192 secured a fragile truce, marking the end of the Third Crusade. The Fourth Crusade, marred by political intrigue and betrayal, took a detour that shocked the Christian world. Instead of Jerusalem, the Crusaders sacked Constantinople, the heart of the Byzantine Empire, in 1204. The Fourth Crusade's diversion raised questions about the true motives between the Crusades and strained relations between the East and the West. The Byzantine Empire never fully recovered from the devastation. Later Crusades, like the 5th, 6th, and 7th, continued with varying degrees of success to say the least, and some failure. The Crusader states in the Holy Lands faced constant threats, which led to the ultimate fall of Acre in 1291. The Crusades, a saga spanning over 2 centuries, left an extraordinary mark on the geopolitical landscape of Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. European powers, driven by a complex combination of religious zeal, geopolitical maneuvering, territorial ambitions, and a burgeoning sense of European Christian identity, sought to expand their influence beyond traditional borders. This expansionist drive had ramifications across the known world, even impacting distant powers like the Mongol Empire. The Crusader states, established in wake of victories like the First Crusade, emerged as strategic outputs for European powers in the eastern Mediterranean region. These states, including the Kingdom of Jerusalem, County of Tripoli, Principality of Antioch, and the County of Edessa, became focal points of cultural and religious exchange. Nestled within these Muslim majority regions, these Crusader states fostered a unique blend of cultures, languages, and architectural styles. This hybridity is evident even today in the rich heritage of these areas, exemplified by structures like the Crac de Chevalier and other Crusader fortresses that dot the landscape. The boundaries established during the Crusader era resonate into the present day. The remnants of the Crusader states are reflected in the complex geopolitical borders of nations like Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, Turkey, Egypt, and Jordan. These modern nations have inherited a legacy shaped by the historical conflicts, cultural exchanges, and enduring social structures that emerged during the centuries of Crusades and their aftermath. Now let's talk about the human geography surrounding important cities that were part of the Crusades. For example, cities that were once contested battlegrounds, such as Jerusalem, Damascus, Antioch, and Constantinople, now stand as vibrant hubs of cultural, religious, and political significance. Jerusalem, a city holy to Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, has been a central point of conflict and longing throughout history. The Crusades brought waves of European Christians to the city, and the presence left a lasting impact on its architecture and culture. Many churches and monasteries were built during this period, and the city's walls were fortified to withstand future invasions. Today, Jerusalem is a home to a diverse population of Muslims, Jews, Christians, and it remains a holy city for people of all faiths. Damascus, another ancient city with a rich history, was captured by the Crusaders in 1148. The city's famous Umayyad Mosque was converted into a Christian church, and the city was ruled by a succession of Frankish lords. However, the Crusaders were eventually expelled from Damascus in 1183, and the city was restored to Muslim control. Today, Damascus is the capital of Syria and a major cultural and economic center in the Middle East. Antioch, a city located in what is now southern Turkey, was one of the most important cities of the Crusades. It was captured by the Crusaders in 1098 and it became the capital of the Principality of Antioch. The city was a major center of trade and culture and was home to a diverse population of Christians, Muslims, and Jews. However, Antioch was eventually recaptured by the Muslim in 1268 and has since been under Muslim control. Today, Antioch is now called Antakya and is now a modern city with that rich heritage. Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, was the ultimate goal of the Crusaders. The city was besieged by the Crusaders in 1204 and it was eventually sacked and pillaged. The sack of Constantinople was a major turning point in the history of the Crusades and it marked the end of the Byzantine Empire. Today, it's now named Istanbul. Istanbul is a vibrant city with a rich history and culture. It is home to a diverse population of Turkish people, Greeks, Armenians, and other ethnic groups, and it is a major tourist destination. The Crusades had a profound impact on human geography, and these cities, the cities of Jerusalem, Damascus, Antioch, and Constantinople, all bear the marks of this history. These cities are now vibrant hubs of cultural, religious, and political significance, and they continue to be important areas for religious identities and narratives. From the towering spires of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem to the majestic Umayyad Mosque in Damascus and the awe-inspiring Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, the architectural landscape of these cities also reflects the enduring imprints of the Crusades. Notable architectural styles of the time included the Romanesque styles and the later Gothic styles. The Crusades also left a lasting impact on the demographics and cultural practices of these regions, such as food, with new ingredients stemming from the migration of culture. But the Crusades' legacy extends far beyond architectural landmarks and geographic borders. They continue to shape contemporary discussions on geopolitics, cultural heritage, and the complexities of human interaction across borders. The current ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, for example, bears the weight of historical grievances stemming back to the Crusades, creating conflicting narratives of conquest and liberation. Moreover, the memory of the Crusades is often invoked in modern political discourse by both Western and Middle Eastern leaders, sometimes perpetuating misunderstandings or fueling tensions. Furthermore, the Crusades cast a long shadow over the relationship between the West and the Middle East. Despite centuries of exchange and cooperation, a degree of mistrust shaped by these historical conflicts remains in some spheres. It's essential to acknowledge the complex power dynamics of colonialism that followed the Crusades, further complicating the legacy of European expansion into the Middle East. As we reflect on the Crusades, we confront a series of difficult ethical and interpretive questions. Were the Crusades justified wars of liberation, as they were perceived by many Christians at the time, or were they brutal acts of colonialism fueled by religious intolerance and greed? The Crusades raise issues about the nature of religious violence, the abuse of power, and the challenges of achieving conflict resolution in contested regions like the Middle East. Historical events like the Crusades are subject to interpretation and reinterpretation as modern day concerns and societal values evolve. These reinterpretations highlight the fluidity of history and its potential use and misuse to support diverse ideologies. It is crucial to foster a critical dialogue that acknowledges multiple historical perspectives, combats harmful stereotypes rooted in the past, and promotes understanding among cultures shaped by this shared, albeit contentious, history. The Crusades may have been a chapter in the long book that we call history, but their influence on the world stage continues to unfold. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century and society as a whole, a geographically informed understanding of the Crusades and their impact offers crucial context. It can shed light on the challenges and opportunities of fostering an intercultural dialogue and promoting the responsible use of history and forging a more peaceful future. This has been my video essay regarding the Crusades. Thank you for watching.